Hey, I'm Jay Thomas. Welcome to this week's edition. Time for Hot Rod Hangout here at Rod's Hot Rods. And we are counting down the time to Dragons, Majestics. It's like 2 weeks away, hey? Can you believe that?
Not with the snow we got today. No.
I know, it's wild. It's crazy. We got 4 vehicles to check out today, so hang on to your seats. Some really cool fun stuff here, actually.
Yeah,
So yeah, there's some exciting things, and we're waiting for spring. It's supposed to be they keep saying like 15 degrees next week.
I checked, it only says 1. I don't want to be the Debbie Downer, but
they keep moving it. It's like following the carrot at the end. So
after the Dragons, it'll get nice.
Yeah, of course, right. Just as everybody needs to drive their car
to
the Dragons. So anyways, lots of good stuff happening around here. We got 4 new and like a ton that aren't here right now.
13.
That
or they are here, but they're not ready to show.
We're working on them, all that kind of stuff. So here we go. Without further ado, let's check out some new stuff around here.
We got to say too, the ones we have here, not all of them are even ready to show, but we have nowhere else to put them. So
well, yeah, that's right.
They still need to go to the shop. But
that's right. Yeah. Let's head over here. Let's go this direction.
Oh, we got a rerun on the other side.
That's right. We got a rerun. And actually, we get to show this off a little bit because we haven't put the top down before. So this is our '66 Chevelle 502 crate ramjet, and we didn't actually have top down, but
it looks really good. Well, it looks good both top and up and down.
Yeah, triple black. It's like an all new car, really. This is all actually leather too. Like it looks like it's its original, upholstery, but
even the door panels and everything.
Door panels are leather, the side panels are leather, the whole bit. And that's a 5-speed in there now, so pretty wild.
Yeah.
Here's where we're going, right here.
Oh yeah, this one. I was going to go to the other one, but no.
02, I think.
02, yeah, GMC.
Yeah.
This was kind of my driver last summer for a little bit.
It was.
And we got it back.
There's some kilometers on this truck, but you'd never know it. Like the condition is
it was
excellent.
all taken apart and redone.
Look at how nice the seats are. Buckets, console.
The paint was just done a year ago.
And like when you look at the paint.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
It is amazing. You can really see it on the mirror, the way the metallic shines on it. It's the same color the truck was, but it's had a bunch of metallic added. Like we can see where the original paint ends and where the new paint job begins.
Yeah, you know what? I did wipe off a little bit of the original, and it's still got lots of metallic in it.
It does. We can see it in the door jambs though. It's just like sort of next level, next step. But this is a 4.8.
Yeah, 4.8.
And I mean, it's I don't
know why people dog the 4.8.
No,
4.8 and the 5.3. What is there, like a 15 horsepower difference or something?
It's still 280 horsepower in this.
The truck doesn't weigh hardly anything. It's got lots of power. It's ample. I drove this for a good, well, when I say a driver, like I'm talking, I drove for about a month.
That's right.
Which is a long time for me.
Yeah.
But I got so many looks on this thing in it. And most lowered trucks, I'm going to be honest, most lowered trucks, they don't ride super well.
No.
They look super good, but they don't ride super well. This one rides super good.
It does. It does.
You wouldn't even know that it's like this thing's lowered.
It's
driving it.
It doesn't rub. It doesn't bottom out. Nothing like that. Some newer takeoffs off of obviously a newer Chevy truck, but they're nice. They suit the wheel. But
the way the wheel well is like
yeah. So beautiful paint. Interior really isn't custom. It's pretty stock, but it's very nice.
Well, this would have been like a stock bench seat truck, like a nothing truck. So now they've added the bench or the buckets on the console, new stereo, Bluetooth. Now there's new dual 3-inch exhaust that was just done.
Oh, right on.
That was just done, and the former the gentleman that had it prior, he added a leaf in the back.
Oh, okay.
So just to give it a really, really good ride, so it even rides better now than it did.
Yeah.
So if you want to haul a trailer with it now, you
step side, and like a really nice roll pan. We got a little more cleaning to do on it. Obviously, it drove here, so man, things get so dirty quick, but still looks great. But you don't see this body style.
Step sides are really rare to find.
Yeah, they're just not common at all. I think it's box lined inside the box there. Nice.
No, it's not box lined actually. That's the only thing that's not done.
Oh, I thought it was.
Yeah,
okay,
it's not box lined.
My bad.
Easy to do.
Yeah.
And if you wanted to add like a hidden hitch, that'd be simple to do too, and we just hide right behind license plate.
Yeah, there's actually a cutout for it right now.
There was a gentleman here yesterday looking at this truck, wondering about putting that hitch on.
Yeah, that's right. He wanted to tow just a little cargo trailer with it as a bit of a promotion.
Would be perfect now because it has the extra leaf in the back, so it would definitely do that.
And the 4.8 still would do a good job. So.
Oh yeah.
Nice little truck. I like this one. and it sounds good, and it drives nice. And look at the paint. Obviously a custom hood, like aftermarket hood.
Cal hood, yeah, that's a good mark steel hood.
Yes, but like there's lots of aftermarket paint jobs obviously in this building. This one is like
it's up there.
It's up there.
Nice.
It really is up there, like looking like factory paint. And
this was actually painted in Saskatoon here at Novokoski.
Okay, well that kind of explains why. So.
The new front.
Yeah, it's an
cover.
A different bumper cover.
I think it's called a street scene.
Right. Yeah.
Cover and the mirrors.
And I mean, like brand new headlights, all new grille. It's Yeah,
it's basically restored, in a way.
From 2002.
From 2002.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. So.
But it kind of is like.
Yeah.
But
nice little truck.
Yeah.
It's just 2-wheel drive. We are actually getting a 4-wheel drive.
We've got almost a twin truck to that.
Yep.
In a fleet side short box with an LS swap.
Yeah. Black.
So hopefully we'll get that picked up right away.
Nasty exhaust on it too.
Sounds pretty nasty.
Yeah.
That might be my new driver.
Yeah.
And it's 4-wheel drive.
Exactly. So.
Not that you won't need it for the spring. But.
No, totally. Okay, which one do you want to do first? How about back in the corner? Let's go over there.
Okay.
We're going to sort of save what you might call the most interesting for last. So.
One of my favorites.
So stick with us, and I'm going to try to. I'm not going to give away the next one, so I'm going to take a little detour around this one. We're going to go right over here.
We just got this one yesterday, and what a find.
Oh, man.
This is not typically what you'd find in our showroom, but it's a special car. It's a 2005 SLK 350.
That's right. So that's a 3.5 liter V6, naturally aspirated. It runs 0 to 60 in 5.7 seconds, looking at it. And it is a ultra low kilometer local car, 24,000 kilometers on this.
Original.
Original. 7-speed automatic.
This is also convertible. This is like a hardtop convertible. So it's a retractable.
So that piece, all of this. Mercedes is really world renowned for the quality of this. So it is like 22 seconds, back lifts up, all this tucks away so nicely. And you actually have a surprising amount of room.
I fit perfect in here.
Oh, totally, right?
I drove one of these last year for the summer. It was the bigger model.
Yep.
So it had a back seat, but kind of a useless back seat, but it was about 1.5 feet longer. But this almost feels the same inside as far as room goes.
Yep. It's you got a few options, not a highly optioned car, but still a few. So those are the bi-xenon headlamps. By the way, a 7-speed automatic for 2025 standards sounds like nothing, but in 2005, that was mind-blowing, right? Headlight washers in here. Look at the condition of it. Like, it is flawless paint.
Even the rims are nice.
Yeah, the rims are nice. These aren't cloudy. There's no chips. It lived on carpet. Like, the previous owner took such care of it that it lived in a garage on carpet. That gives you an idea, kind of the condition that this is in.
If you're looking for a fun little sports car for the summer that's very drivable, and this is a find, a true find.
Yeah, it's like a new car. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. It's like a 9.9 out of 10 for condition. You really couldn't find a cleaner one than this. And like, I'm thinking run over the Coquihalla to BC, down the California Coast Highway. Like, this is an ultimate road trip car for two people, because you can put the top up, it's raining, or it's you just don't want the noise. Silent drive with the hard top up. Drop it down when it's sun is shining, and have fun.
Mercedes does such a good job with these.
Yep.
I remember the one I drove last summer. Even like it had a set of lights. You want to put the top down, push the button, and
all this goes. Yeah. So I mean, like, not a scratch, not a scuff, not anything, not a chip. Even the steering wheel leather looks like it's brand new. Even these always get people drag their feet over them. They're perfect. So yeah, it's one of those cars that, like, this one is J approved.
That's pretty hard.
For the condition it's in, yeah.
Well, one of these is going to be Rod approved today, but
we're about to find out.
Which one are you doing next?
I think we're going to do this one next.
That's a cool one. That's not the Rod approved one, though.
No, it's not. So, like, I promise you, we're kind of saving best for last, although this next car...
I'm not saying it's the best, but it's the cool factor.
Okay. Let's go right over here.
Because this car is pretty friggin' special.
This is pretty special. Look at that.
Everyone talks about them. You don't hardly ever see one.
No.
This is a 1969 Corvette, which is cool to start with. 427. So this is an actual, real L71, I believe it is. L71.
L71. Yes, I'm just looking at the thing.
So this is the real Canadian documented 427 tri-power. So this is the 435 horse tri-power with a Muncie 4-speed.
M21 4-speed.
And this is a real black car.
Yep.
We have the GM docs for this car.
Yep.
It's not back to 100. This is all restored. It was done in like 2005, I believe it was.
Yeah, it's kind of a barn find.
Yeah.
Like it was, there's pictures of it where it was sitting in storage, and it had like a black and red crushed velour interior, like a 70s interior in it.
So the couple things, like I know out of the 3 carburetors, one of them is not the original one. It's got headers on it now. A couple minor things that if you wanted to go back to like original, like the fan, like the clutch fan, you'd have to change.
Yes.
A couple little things, you know.
And we do know the fact that this is a replacement block.
It's a CE warranty block.
Exactly, yes.
Which the CE warranty block with the dates on it is pretty damn close to being, like that's as good as it gets. Because how many, these were pretty well always blowing up the first year. Like,
well, it's a tri-powered with a 4-speed.
That's why you bought them, right? Just to drive them.
You just drove the bananas out of them, right? So real Stingray.
But being a real black car, that's pretty rare.
Yeah.
And there's no options on this car.
Yeah, T-tops, I mean, was that standard? Was it standard on a Corvette?
Yeah, I think so.
Was it? Okay. Yeah. But I mean, what we do know is that it has power brakes. It would have had red line tires. That's on it doesn't now. And we do have before you get yelling at us, we have the original
center caps.
Center caps for those.
Just haven't put them on yet.
And like it or maybe hate it, not sure. This has got a black interior now. It would have come with a saddle brown interior on a black Tuxedo car.
That would have been pretty nice. Two ways to look at that. I think it would have been cool to be saddle brown, to be like to be original, but changing it to black, in my opinion, does not hurt the value whatsoever. No. Because having, basically call this like a triple black car.
That's right.
Is nothing wrong with that.
I'm gonna dive in here a little bit. So I mean, yeah, restoration, right? Nice door panels. Kind of a combination of vinyl and cloth.
Looks good though.
And yeah, nice carpets. You know, everything is. Oh, it looks good. It looks really good in here. Aftermarket tack right now. Right now, the factory tack isn't working.
That's probably why the other one was put in.
That's probably why.
It'd be really cool to get the factory one working.
We've got a bit of extra parts. That's kind of what's just floating there. But I mean, every tri-power. It's funny because all the tri-powers are a little bit finicky to start, but once you get it run, you know what I mean? Like you can flood them so fast is what I mean. That's what I mean about finicky. You get it running and boy, it sounds great. Really nice car.
We'll get Kevin on this to give it a polish.
Yeah, we are going to do that. We're going to do the polishing on it. It's not bad the way it sits. It's going to be deadly when we get it polished.
Also the hood. People notice the hood's not the correct hood.
Yes. Let's go over that. This is an aftermarket hood.
This is what they call a Baldwin in motion hood.
What it should be is this sort of shape here. Should have a big like dish in it.
And an indent's not coming. It's not. It should be an innie, not an Audi.
Yeah, it's an Audi right now. In fact, why don't you just drop the hood?
I think it looks good.
It does. It does. And it's not like some piece of junk. It's just not. It's bubbles out, and it should have a big dip inside that concave part.
Yeah.
So
there's nothing wrong with it. It's kind of growing on me, to be honest. But
we fired it up, and it does have a like the headlights work, right? Like all that stuff. So it's pretty cool. Cool.
It's just the fact that it's a 435 force tri-power. That's got to be like the highest horsepower V8 back in the day. Like, was there anything else that was over 435 horse?
I don't think so.
It's got to be it.
Was there something from Mopar?
Mostly, like this was a 350 horse in a L34.
Yep.
The highest horsepower in this one in the 396 was a L78, which would have been a 375 horse.
Yep.
This is 435.
Yeah.
I don't know, and I'm not counting the Yanko cars because that's a
above and beyond.
Yeah, a little different. But as far as like a factory car goes,
did anything from Ford Performance with a 427? Like we've got that.
A side oiler.
That's side oiler,
but
like a
or
dual,
the 429s or 428s, like the Corber jets. I don't think they were 435 horse.
Were they that hot?
Well, I don't. Well, someone's going to correct us on that.
Yeah, exactly. Look at that.
But neat car though. Black looks killer on this car.
Doesn't it?
Most everybody that have these cars, they'll paint them black. but not many of them are actual real black cars.
That's right. That's right.
It was cool.
It's pretty cool. Okay, we're gonna go into a car that is, in my head, the equivalent of a boogie van, but in a sports car.
Yeah,
That's what
this is the one that's rod approved, but
it's also J approved too. Ready for your eyes to go wild? Let's just soak this in for a second. What madness is this?
actually, it's Char's in the middle of polishing the blower and stuff. But
Okay, 74.
So the cool part about this car, in like the rarity of what the car is to start with, is cool. It's 1974. This is a real Z-28.
Yeah.
Which is cool to start with. But back in the 80s, they took this car and they made a show car out of it back in the 80s. So Joey's out of Edmonton.
Yep.
Built this in the 80s and has basically been a time capsule ever since.
Yeah, that's wild. So I mean, it's like 8 different colors. You can't even feel these stripes. And so this is the paint from the 80s. Like, it has not been redone.
No, this is the original paint, original interior, original wheels. I'll show you a couple things that have been changed. I know that. The back tires have been changed for sure.
Yep.
I'm gonna look for a set of old Mickey Sportsmans or something, but California Dreamin'. And in here, we got some extra parts, so mind the pile. But I mean, really, really nicely finished. Like, the carpet is all beautiful inside. But even how all this custom body work, this is all.
And then look, they didn't just stop painting. Hey, they finished the design inside of the edges.
But this and the fender flares.
Yep, they are all.
Right, it's all molded in, and the bodywork still looks perfect.
Oh, it is. My God. That's crazy. And this is airbrushing too. We should mention it's not just one spray of a solid color. A lot of these are candied and have some
shading in it.
Shading in them.
Oh yeah, the red gets darker on top.
Yeah, and this blue you can really see gets darker around the edges, lighter in the middle. So this was
cool?
A lot of work.
You know what's cool? You know who was here today and had a good look at this car? It was Byron Thiessen.
Oh yeah.
Creative Concepts. And of course, he's a very well-known painter.
Renowned painter, yeah.
And he looked at this and he was like, "Oh, that's pretty nice."
Yep.
It's pretty crazy.
Okay, let's go into the hood, then we'll dive inside. How about that?
Okay. Well, this is like I said, Char's just.
Pardon the rag. Yeah, we got that going on right now.
We're just polishing.
Holy. So
yeah, it needs to be detailed.
It's a 350 actually, way down under there, but
yeah. The 350, and it was freshened up in I think 2010.
Okay.
I think when it was freshened up, according to all the paperwork, because obviously like these carburetors are not from the.
Yeah, they're quick fuels, right?
So the carburetors and the motor was freshened up in 2010.
Wow.
And it's got a meth injection.
Yeah,
now.
I was just gonna say, isn't that crazy?
But apparently, I haven't driven it yet, obviously, because we got snow today. But apparently, this thing drives really well. And
really,
surprisingly, as a regular, normal driver.
That's nuts.
But everyone watching knows that I love anything to do with blowers and big tires.
That's right. That's right. Okay, I think this is one of the cool. The paint is wild. The powertrain is incredible. Look at the velour. It's actually crushed velvet, right? But it's diamond stitched crushed velvet, and it extends even to the roof.
But even like I was expecting like the roof to be sagging or something.
Yep.
No, it's
perfect.
Yeah.
It's like there's no smell in this thing. This is an old car. Carpets are nice. They're really nice. Obviously, original floor mats. The dash is really nice. It's crazy. It did have, at one point, I did some reading with the documentation that came with it. And I'll just zoom in here. It actually had a vintage, and still has them, Bose stereo in it. So this would have been one heck of a radio, like back in the day.
This would have been
like to have Bose back then, that was really high end. It still is.
There's a name for these though, bidirectional, I think.
That's right. Yeah, because you can see them in here. They have a deflector inside of them. Yeah. Anyways, pretty cool interior. Like, very nice condition. It's got obviously just an aftermarket radio now.
When I've been talking about this car to different people, there's different people that swear that they remember seeing this car at shows back in the 80s.
Well, okay.
Because it was on the show circuit.
We are going to get, it's going to be coming in, our own Ken has it's either pictures or a magazine from back in the day.
With this car.
With this car in it. And he's going to find it.
Yeah.
It's either him or his son have it like stored away somewhere, and we're going to bring it in and get a copy of it to,
That'd be super cool,
to go with the car. A vintage document about a vintage car. So look at that.
Super cool.
It is. It really is. Even if you hate it, you gotta love it for how bold it is.
Yep.
Like even if this doesn't turn you on at all, you still gotta think, man, it's just fun. It's just fun. Well, look at this. Hang on.
What did you see?
Hold the door there. Look at how even the inside the door, the fade of the colors, continues right down to the bottom. It's kind of red on the bottom.
The fade goes right down to darker, because it starts out orange.
It starts out orange.
It goes down
to red. And
they
continued it right down to red.
You look at the door jamb. Yep. Look at it's red on the bottom.
I know.
And it's orange halfway up.
Like that's, who does that?
Joey's.
Yeah.
I'm sure Byron could do it too.
I'm sure he could, and he'd be good at it.
The bill for that one, but
no, that's what I mean, though. Can you imagine what a paint job like this would go for now? Man, oh man.
Be a lot of hours in this.
Oh, it's cool. It's really cool. Even if you hate it, you got to admit it's pretty neat.
This is one of my current favorites right now.
Yeah.
It has to be. Like, just look at it. It's.
I know.
Like this, pulling into any show, any Cars and Coffee, any whatever, you're gonna like. This is. Again, love it or hate it, you're going to come look at it and guarantee it.
You're not going to get by the cops very stealthily.
No.
They're going to know which car that is pretty fast.
What do you mean? It wasn't me.
It wasn't me. There's at least 5 more 8-colored cars driving around 8th Street.
It's actually 9 colors.
It's 9? Oh, is it 9? Okay. All right. Anyways, this is pretty wild. What do we got coming up, Rod? We got more.
Oh, God.
Where's that list?
But stuff we already mentioned last week, we still don't have in yet, like our. Oh, we're getting another one back. This is really exciting. We're getting the 69 Impala, that red one.
Yes.
The ruby red. Oh, what a nice car.
Yep.
We're getting that one back. We got a 73 Mercedes-Benz going to be coming in with the original paint on it yet.
It's a California car.
Yep.
It's a V8. It's
hard top,
soft top.
Yeah.
Nice
car.
Very cool. Yeah.
We got a 69 Torino coming in, formal roof.
Oh, yes. It's green, very original, except for a paint, right? Yep.
Yep. We got that LS, the 2000 LS short box we just talked about.
Black one, yep.
Still got our Mach 1. I just got word it's going to be dropped at our location in Alberta that we drop cars off to in the middle of next week. So by the end of next week, you might see it.
71
Mach 1.
Oh, it's Mach 1.
It's an M code Mach 1.
Yep.
We just got the Marty for it today.
Oh, perfect.
So we'll get a picture of that and put it online too.
Good, yep.
We're getting another one back too. Our 81 C10 with the LS in it.
Yeah. Yeah, lowered with a manual transmission. Very cool.
The customer, he told us that he had some family things to deal with, and we're taking the truck back. So,
yep.
My 72 Runner at home, of course. Been asked many times about that car. It's still at home.
Sort of for sale.
My other one at home too. I got the 69 C10. It's a Pro Street orange. It's just about done. Brand new paint, brand new motor, brand new everything. Every time I go out to my shop, I start it because it sounds that good.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
It's pretty wild. We got the international truck. Hopefully next week we'll bring that back.
S10 chassis, original inline paint. 6, lots of patina. Pretty cool.
With a manual transmission.
Yep.
We got the Merc LED sled. Probably next week we'll see that. With the flames.
Flames, orange and yellow and everything.
And we got the H2 just about through the shop and done.
Fuchsia
with the lift, and you should see it. It's up on the hoist. And poor Josh was working on it, and he's a little vertically challenged.
Josh isn't as tall as Rod. I'm not either, but Josh isn't as tall as Rod.
So it's up on the hoist already, then he's got to jump into this thing.
Wasn't he standing on the engine just to put the radiator back in?
Yeah, we had to put a new rad in it, and he was funny. I should have got a picture of it. He's like 15 feet in the air, it seems like, putting this thing in. But anyway.
That's good.
Lots of good stuff coming, and hopefully spring comes soon, because I'm getting sick of this snow business. I'm done.
Me too.
I want to get Mater out.
I'm dying. You know, like if you really think about it, we got like 2 weeks to Dragons, 3 weeks to Majestics, 1 week in between, and then we start Rides at Rod's, our own car show. Like it's like 5 weeks.
I haven't even got Mater out yet, so.
Anyways, let's stay positive. See something you like? Maybe it's this crazy thing? Rodshotrods.ca, pictures, pricing details. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Hot Rod Hangout.